Joining me today, we have Dr. Britt with Surepoint Emergency Centers to talk to us about some of the common accidents that they see in the emergency room. Now, living in a coastal town, I'm sure you see a lot of different beach accidents. A common one might be surfing incidents?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
yes.
What types of things can happen when you're surfing? Because you're just going to justify why I don't surf.
Well, really, all the injuries we see with surfing is about the same as you would see with any other sport. But a surfboard has a nice sharp point to it. So when people fall off or the board flips, often we see a lot of facial injuries.
Yeah.
Lacerations, broken nose, broken teeth. So those are pretty common.
Okay.
The other end of the surfboard has a fin on it for steering and stabilization, and it's a very narrow, thin piece of plastic, and it can cause a pretty bad cut. So we'll see that as well. One of the things we don't really think about is shoulder injuries. You have to lay on the surfboard to paddle out against the waves, and we'll see shoulder strains, shoulder injuries.
Wow.
I've actually seen some shoulder dislocations where people were paddling, got hit by a wave, and dislocated their shoulder.
And the scary part to me is the fact that these things are happening and you're in 6-10 feet of water and you still got to make your way back to shore to get help.
Yes.
So I imagine some people are bleeding excessively, maybe even suffer a minor concussion if you hit something underneath the water, the board hits you in the head. So what are the steps to take on your own when something like this happens in the water?
Okay. Well, obviously, it's safer to surf or swim with a partner,
Sure.
someone to keep an eye on you if you need help. But trying to get yourself to shore, stop the bleeding, and then seeking help. Sometimes you'll get a concussion, maybe be knocked out briefly, and you don't realize that you have a head injury. So it's important to.
Yeah, so definitely wear your leash just for your own safety so that you're attached to some sort of flotation device, especially in the event that you are a little bit with a concussion or a little out of it. If you're bleeding excessively and you're in the middle of the water, what is something we can do in that case? I mean, it's not like we've got like a belt that we can take off to wrap around our limbs.
Right.
So what should we do in the event that we have like a big gash and we're losing blood quickly?
Direct pressure.
Okay.
Is the most important thing you can do. A towel, a shirt, anything that you can put over the wound, put direct pressure. But you mentioned the leash. Those leashes are long rubber cord, and
That's
certainly
true.
It's not an ideal tourniquet, but if you could use that to help slow the bleeding down, that would certainly be beneficial.
All right, so if you're bleeding, probably use the surfboard as a flotation device to get yourself back to shore, which can be challenging. Scream for help in the event that there are people that are within an ear's reach. And then once we get back to shore, it's important, regardless of what type of injury we have, to come to the emergency center, simply to make sure that we're okay with the follow-up, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And what would you do in the event that we did have like a laceration or a concussion or something like that?
Well, we would clean the wound. Obviously, the salt water is dirty, so we would clean the wound and we would repair the lacerations. But often we'll do a CAT scan for people that have head injuries, and then we often put patients on antibiotics because you risk an infection with an open wound in the ocean.
All right, and so for say every 10 visits you have surfboard related, do any of them involve shark bites?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right, good to know. That's one less fear I can check off on my list. Terrified of sharks, but from my understanding, they're not interested in eating us as long as you show yourself as a person, right, and not their prey. One more reason to visit Surepoint Emergency Centers with various locations around the coastal bend, ready to serve you, give you professional service, and make sure that you are in good hands. Thank you so much, Dr. Britt, for joining us today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.